She is from Queen Mary's College.
Good morning, one and all. Let me thank the organizers for having given me this opportunity to present my paper in this conference. Um, we know about pollution, but I'm going to talk about air pollution because it is one of the natural source. So we cannot alter it. So how? But we can reduce the pollution. So where it is in our hand. So I have chosen this topic. What is air pollution? It is actually a change in the physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of air that cause adverse effects in human being. So next, let me see what are the different sectors which emit some pollutants. The particle which gives air pollution is called as pollutants. So what are the pollutants or what are the sectors? Mainly biofuel combustion. So where we are now burning all our dried leaves and other things and all, but that will emit gases. Then industry and refineries, then power generation, residential and commercial mainly. Not maybe in urban area okay, but in rural area we have these two laws. So where they emit more of pollutants, then road, rail, air and other transports, shipping, oil extraction, iron and steel, non-ferrous metals, chemicals, building materials, pulp and paper. That is all the industries comes here. So all the industries. Then deforestation, there's a man-made. So this is mainly where we can control our pollution. Then agriculture waste burning, waste incineration and non-energy. So all these emit mainly three types of pollutant, that is oxides of nitrogen, oxides of carbon and oxides of sulfur, these three. And the last one is agriculture and animal farming. So they emit only one gas, that is ammonia. Even though that is not come under air pollutants, but that also gives, but that has got a positive effect also because it actually get lodged in the roots of plants where it will give nitrogen to the plants. So these are the common sources.
Good morning, one and all. I'm Dr. Prema from Queen Mary's College. At the onset, I would like to thank the organizer for giving World Women's Welfare Association for giving me an opportunity to present my paper on conceptualization of women on consumer protection. So we are all consumer, isn't it? We are all of us are consumers. We are all consumers. We go to different shops. We go to department stores. We go to ration shop. We go to the retailer stores, etc. So what do you observe when you wanted to buy your food? Especially food is a prime necessity for our life. And we as a women, since it is a women's association, as women, we are given only full freedom in our purchasing capacity. Is it so? I think all women will accept it. In a male chauvinistic society, that women are given only freedom in our food purchasing capacity. But now, there is an interference even from the men when we go and buy the food also. Because when we go with our husband, they say, உனக்கு இது வாங்க தெரியாது, இது எனக்கு தான் தெரியும் அப்படின்ட்டு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, இந்த ஃபுட்லேயும் வந்தது இன்டர்ஃபரன்ஸ் நம்மளுக்கு வந்துடுது. பட் as women, we know the right type of the food to be selected because we as a women, we care for our family, that is family means for the whole family, as how to purchase the food. So when we purchase the food, we take in care that what are the food groups we have to be included in our daily menu. Okay, now coming into the conclusions. So as a consumer, we have to unite together. Any problem, it should be in coordination with cooperation with other people. So unite together, organize ourselves into a national network along with consumer activities to track down this fraudulent practice and disseminate information to promote a very good quality of life. So if ours is a very competitive and economic environment, the consumer has to exercise the choice either in favor of or against the goods and services. One would have to realize the importance and prepare for to exercise our own rights and our own responsibilities. Therefore, it is essential to create awareness among women about our rights, about our responsibility and the need for proper development and equal participation in our social, economical, political, etc. to enhance women's empowerment in consumer protection.
Good morning to one and all. Today I am going to present the paper about the treatment of effluents from the textile industries. In textile industry, so many dyes are used. So more than 50% of the dyes are unused and they are discarded in the water stream. So the proper treatment should be adopted before discarding into the water stream. So there are many methods are already employed for the textile effluent treatment, some physical and chemical methods. In the physical methods, only adsorption of the dyes will take place. In chemical methods, some chemical reagents like oxidizing agents, reducing agents, Fenton's reagents. So in our study, we have incorporated the ferrous ion in the clay, naturally available clay. So we have used the modified vermiculite clay. Vermiculite clayங்கிறது காக்கா பொண்ணுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க நம்ம கிராமத்து பக்கம். பளபளன்னு இருக்கும் அந்த மண் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பளபளன்னு இருக்கும். Vermiculite clay is as a catalyst that is impregnated with the ferrous ion using ferric sulfate. So the catalyst is characterized by XRD, FTIR and SEM analysis.
Plant growth இல்லை அப்படின்றாங்க. அதில் ஏதாவது ஸ்டடி பண்ணியிருக்கீங்களா? இல்லை
சார், இப்போ வந்து நாங்கள் ஸ்டடி பண்ணியிருக்கிறது வந்து இந்த வெர்மிகுலேட் கிளேயில் வந்து ஃபென்டான்ஸ் லைக் ஆக்சிடேஷன் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். தெர் இஸ் ஸ்லட்ஜ் ஃபார்மேஷனும் இதில் வந்து எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது. இந்த எஃப்ளூயன்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்டில் வந்து ஸ்லட்ஜ் ஃபார்மேஷன் கிடையாது. அப்படியே நமக்கு கிளே வந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணால் கூட வி கேன் ஃபார்மிங்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இது வெர்மிகுலேட் கிளே வந்து டெரஸ் கார்டனுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க சார். அதே மாதிரி அது வாழை மரம்லாம் நல்லா வளரும். உங்களுக்கு டமின் இங்கே இருக்கலையே, தமிழ்நாடு மினரல்ஸ் லிமிடெட், அவங்கள்ட்டேருந்து தான் நாங்கள் கிளே இது வெர்மிகுலேட் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணோம். அவங்களே வந்து எல்லாமே பண்ணுறாங்க. இது வெர்மிகுலேட்டோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் எல்லாம் அதில் கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. டமின் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அதுலேயே அவங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி டெரஸ் கார்டனிங், ஃபார்மிங், அது மாதிரி இது வாழை மரம் அதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து வெர்மிகுலேட் சாயிலவே யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. அதனால நம்ம வந்து இந்த எஃப்ளூயன்ட் இன்கேஸ் ஸ்லட்ஜ் ஃபார்ம் ஆனால் கூட அந்த ஸ்லட்ஜை ரிமூவ் பண்ணி we can use for land filling கூட நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
You can see two kinds of activities. One is related to the household and the outside paid work, and in the home we have some work which is not paid for. So we need to have a balance between the two. Now let us definition of what is this interference or conflict in work and family balance. It's a form of inter-role conflict in which the role pressures from the work and the family domains are mutually incompatible, so that the participation in one actually makes the other work more difficult.
I want to highlight here about the global warming is about the animals are in move. We have to take in the migration corridors that can connect the animals together in a natural area and all those things. With the human intervention also, many kinds of plants may lead into subsist, so may not subsist, so forests may require our help. Moreover, the glaciers are also now everything is melting, and it is widely it is there in the Greenland and as well as in Antarctica. It is keep on melting, so this will rise the sea level, and as well as our ocean level is also will increase up to the height of 10 feet. And by 2100, and the major cause of all these will be the greenhouse gases.